What is up, guys? Axel here, and today I'm bringing you a review on Obito when he was young. He's currently, I think, the only Obito in game other than Toby. If you get a spoiler, um, I'm going to call him Chunin Obito for now. It might be different in the video title. But let's just go ahead and do this. This is his analysis review. Just basically, I touched the wrong button. This is basically just testing him out, seeing how he is, and if he's worth getting. Um, of course, you can get pieces from him, which would be extremely hard by doing the missions every day and just somehow managing to get 40 of them. And I don't know why it keeps going to other characters like that. It should just be whoever it's supposed to be. Go ahead and do that. Sure, we'll go against Sasuke. Why not? Um, I bought him for 1980 gold. About let's say about 3 weeks ago, and I asked everyone, "Is there anyone in this box worth getting?" And no one answered me. I even asked Gabriel, and he didn't fucking answer me. But anyways, let's just hop right into this and let's get it over with. First on the list, we're gonna go ahead and do his super, his finisher, whatever you want to call it. It goes in one direction, so you can't go left, right, left, right, left, right, like Neji, for example. You can be pretty far out. I'll stand right here and do it, and I'll show you. I'll just show you what it is first before I explain it. All right, so yeah, it of course can hit multiple targets. It is a little bit further distant out, so you could example be like right here, maybe right here, and it could still hit. And you can be, as you see, at least a little decent far, at least maybe around halfway. Um, Not a bad skill. Let's go on to the Sharingan. Sharingan, if you're close enough to them, it does do AOE and it does do a hit to them. And what this does is it increased your haste. And if you don't know what haste is, that's basically your speed of your attack. Basically, that's the easiest way to explain that. I'm trying to get him to go this way. There we go. Well, I completely messed that up. But it also makes these attacks go a little bit faster. And in my personal experience, it feels like he does get a crit a little bit more if you do have the Sharingan on, as to where if you wouldn't. Let's go ahead and do the next skill, which is his Fire Flower Jutsu, I believe it's what it's called. Um, I completely missed that again. But basically, in my opinion, this is his best attack that he has. He can be a little bit far out, like maybe no more than this, and yeah, it does a decent amount of damage. So let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. First, Sharingan. I would give this let's say, a 7 out of 10. I give it that because the increase in speed is nice. It doesn't give a crit, sadly, because everyone says that the Sharingan's better than Byakugan. Well, of course, the Byakugan doesn't have an increase in speed, but you do get a crit every single time. And in this game, anyways, young Hinata is kind of fast. So it kind of just comes to a shock that it feels like the Byakugan is more powerful than the Sharingan in this game, but maybe that'll change in the future. Maybe it won't. His Fire Flower Jutsu, Fireball, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to give an 8 out of 10. It does do a decent amount of damage for what it does. Good AoE. You don't have to be face to face. You can be like that, and it still does damage. So good skill. And lastly, well, second to last, his finisher, Super. It's all right. I'm gonna go for now. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Okay, and this is why. It's not bad in the damage department. It's actually a better attack in the damage department. But the issue is yes, even though you can be a little bit further out, you just like it's a one way train. So example, like I mean, I can't show you without spending another 2 minutes, but if you if you're just like example up here, there is no moving left, right, up, down, or anything of that stuff. You can't move left. Like example, if you're behind them and you hit it, you can't just switch left and you can't go back and hit them. Um, so to me, it's just kind of a waste in my opinion, especially if you miss it. And it does do great damage to AoE. Like this, it would be amazing in the auto PvP, any of that kind of stuff where there's a lot of enemies, especially in the story. And lastly, let's go ahead and do is melee. This is a little more unique than a lot of the others. Let me see if I can get him to. Let's see. Um, this is with Sharingan, but it does do the same thing even with a Sharingan. You do a couple hits. It's a little bit slower without the Sharingan, of course, because there is no haste. But this is his combo basically, and the combo itself is normal except for at the very very end. He does have the fireball, a mini version of the fireball jutsu basically, and I don't know why it's not showing now because maybe it's because he's close or something. Um, let's see. Well, maybe it's just my imagination. I'll do this then. Here we go. There we go. Um, he does do a fireball at the end of it, and maybe it's just with a Sharingan, maybe it's not, because what I always do is I always keep the Sharingan activated. But if that's the case, let's see. Yeah, right now, let's see. Okay, so you have to have the Sharingan activated to use his fire ability. So I was completely wrong on that. So in that case, we'll give his melee a 6 out of 10 also, but with the Sharingan, we'll give it an 8 out of 10. Um, it seems pretty fair and reasonable, especially the Sharingan with how his speed is and all that. It just seems pretty accurate. For 1980 gold, would I say he's worth it? No. In another box, there was this Sasuke right here, which is 5 times better, and I think that that would have been a much better option to have gotten. But if you just need a B rank really badly, like it's your first one, I would say it's okay, I guess. But that's just my opinion. It's definitely not the best B rank out there for sure. If y'all enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.